culture, culture, culture.
Yebo, yebo, yebo. When I say this is Afrika, you say what? You say yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. Yeah, man. Welcome to the African Connection Show. This show is all about African excellence. If you got an invention, if you got music, if you got a book, if you're a scientist, whichever role you play in society, do not forget to send us a message on Culture Hub Recordings, on Facebook, on Instagram, Culture Hub Recordings. Do not forget, we've got a YouTube channel, Culture Hub Live. Do not forget to subscribe. Send us a message. Let us share what you got. Yeah, man. I'm your host, Mr. Juice, Jabali, Africa. When I say this is Afrika, you say what? Yebo. We are out.
The African, the African.
Tarada etole Papa wanje Gira nanjero Papa yananga Sikoye Yambola Ewenyo nebunyore Ebusihare Akoa etole Bane Cherere Ingo Cherere Batema, Viva Mukunda, Mwanje, Nyasaye, Sekonanga, Bale. Terere, Ingo, Terere, Terere, Ingo, Terere, Terere, Ingo, Terere, Bale. It's Vane. You're saying Vane. Vane is Maragol.
Okay.
Vane is Bunyore. Kenyore. Yebo, 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 yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what?
Yebo.
When I say this is Afrika, you say what?
Yebo.
Yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. Mr. Reagan. Reagan. Why did they call you Reagan?
I think if I had a chance to ask my parents that question before they deceased, that could have been a very informative information to know why that name came through to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Reagan.
Yeah.
Reagan oduor.
Nyachienga.
Nyachienga.
Yes.
Tell me the meaning of the. First of all, welcome to the African Connection Show.
Thank you.
This show is all about African excellence,
yeah.
what we do, and, you know, progress and all that kind of stuff, music, arts, anything, an invention, a story. So I see you're my fellow artist. Welcome to the African Connection Show. Tell me the meaning of the name oduor Nyachienga.
Oduor is my second name.
Yeah.
And from the Luo community,
Yeah.
since I was born by both biological parents who are from the Luo community, I was born around when the sun is almost rising.
Oh, yeah.
So the name came from the time that I was born.
Okay, which one is it? Nyachienga?
No, Oduor.
Oduor.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Then, Nyachienga is my grandfather's name,
Yeah.
which was passed to my father's name.
Yeah.
But I literally knew that Nyachienga was my grandfather's name
Yeah.
after my teenage, because I thought it was a cool name and I adapted it. But what I know from my little research that I've done,
Yeah.
Nyachienga is a Kisi and a Luo shared name.
That's what I thought.
And we have history, the Luos and the Kisis and the Luyas,
Yeah.
intermarriage and culture.
Yeah.
So that meant that name might have come from
Yeah.
the cultural marriage and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very understandable, man. Yeah. Because my grandma was from Siaya.
Uh-huh.
My grandma from my mother's side was Luo. So I understand the dynamics and the intermarriages. Around the Kisi, there's the Luyas and the Luos.
Yes.
And then on the other side with the Maragoli, there's Kalenjins.
True.
So there's a lot of intermarriage happening around that area.
Yes.
Yeah, man, Mr. Nyachienga.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, welcome.
Yeah.
I like that, man. I like that. I know every African name has meanings. So I'm going to ask you the usual questions that we ask anybody that comes here. So when did you start playing music? And what type of music do you play?
First and foremost, I am a percussionist based on Kenyan traditional music, but also going to the Afro, collecting African stuff and the European stuff and mixing them together. I started playing my music when I was 10 years, and this was an inspiration where we had a chance during the Moi era. There was art, craft, and also music.
In the schools.
In the syllabus.
The 844.
Precise. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And since that place, when the schools were having the normal music festival, there was always a recruitment process for new young members to start playing music. And then from there, my teachers gave me the chance. I started as a dancer. Then one day I decided to convince my mom enough. We had a metal drum.
Yeah, well, what kind of dance? Traditional?
Yes, traditional dance, yeah. So one day I convinced my mom, because we had a metal, which are always made with the drums, these metals.
Yeah, the metals, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We used to keep the maize flour in it as a storage.
Is it
Yeah,
goro?
goro. Yes.
Goro. Yeah.
So I convinced my mom that, you know what, since the more we store the milk, the flour in the goro, when there is moisture down on the earth, it will spoil this thing in the long run.
Yeah.
Because of corrosion.
Yeah, corrosion, yeah.
Then he asked me, so what do you want to use it for?
Yeah.
Then I told him, I want to make a drum. And then he asked me, are you sure? Because she was a teacher. My late mom was a teacher.
Oh, nice.
So she gave me the chance, and I built the first drum, and I went with it in school.
She was a teacher, and she saw potential in you.
It was just a chance. I never thought that maybe...
You see, so your mom was a genius. You know why? Because I know, during that time, even me, getting into music, I was not supposed to come into music.
True.
But you see, we had a little bit of problems with my father.
Yeah.
And they were like, how do you want to play this traditional music? Because during their days, you know, my father is a musician.
Profession.
They were not earning enough. So they believed in education. But for your mom being a teacher and letting you make your own drum from that goro, she's so far, because some teachers did not see any value
in that.
In traditional music, especially.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, go ahead.
So I made my drum and then I went to school. And during the evenings when we were doing rehearsals and training, I went with it in the rehearsal and I started playing instead of dancing.
Yeah.
Then one day the main drummer was missing.
And that was in school, right?
Yes, in school. In Kinyanjui Primary School.
Kinyanjui.
Yes,
Ah.
Kinyanjui Road.
Oh, Kinyanjui.
So I had a chance now because the main drummer is not there. I started playing. When the festivals were ready, I was the main drummer.
Yeah.
From there, I just began to train other more young who wanted
That's a great
to be part,
yeah.
because the importance of our African traditional percussive music is not being solo.
Yeah.
It's playing when you are many.
Is a whole complete set.
Because it's communication.
Yes.
And in this way, I was missing that.
Yes.
So by training others is also to complement what I am doing, and we create a percussive team.
That's very good, because without a team, because a band, you see, like all these drums. When we started Jabali, Africa,
Yes.
we harmonized drums. The drums.
Yeah.
We were the number one. Actually, Kenyans had never seen anything like that when we started. And that type of music, percussion music, was not popular in Kenya.
True.
Jabali, Africa popularized this music.
True.
We harmonized the drums, the marimbas, and all that.
Yeah.
This music was there, but we brought it in the mainstream.
True.
The so-called mainstream.
True.
But whereby many people didn't know, that's where the music began. Yeah.
True.
So I know the whole setup, you cannot play as a solo unless you want to be selfish. I like your spirit. Go ahead, bro.
So in this way, time came that my performance dropped in education.
Yeah.
And my spirit for music
Became
hiked. Stronger. Then now, it was now a problem because I could come home late. We were supposed to go home by 5, but I could come home 7. And if I'm asked, I would just say I was doing my rehearsal for music training.
I know that was a problem too.
Then I had a problem with my father, and in the long run, one of my best teachers that I truly appreciate up to today, in one way or another, had a meeting with my own mom and talked with her, teacher to teacher.
Yeah.
And through the talk, the room temperature and the environment of being pushed to, just focus on education. It went down. But also, I had now to step up so that I have to be average in both the academic part and also the musical part. And when I was finishing my class 8, I was the best percussive musician in the Goreti region as a whole.
That's really awesome, man. That's really awesome.
And then, luckily, I got a chance that there's a young group which was called Nafsi Afrika.
Nafsi, I think I heard about that.
Yes. Nafsi Afrika was kind of had a chance to be given a platform to do music, acrobatics, and dance through our patron, Father Kizito.
Yeah.
Who is the owner of Shalom House as the founder and Koinonia Community as the founder. So we had a place where we could do our art, exhibit our art, and sell our art.
Where is that guy from? Kizito
He's from Italy. Kizito is from Italy.
You see, he's not Kenyan.
Yes.
See, that's another thing. To excel, especially in this country, Kenya, we never saw any value. That's why you see your parents were pushing you. Your mom encouraged you. Look at the story. Go
Yes.
back to the story.
Yeah.
Encouraged you with a gorogoro can.
Yes.
You built you made your first drum.
Yes.
And then it became now a problem. She did not know you were going to do music as a career. The same, it's almost the same story.
True.
Even with my parents.
Yeah.
They had a problem with that.
Yeah.
My dad taught me the guitar when I was 12.
Wow.
And then I became, I came to percussion, dance
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
then percussion.
Nice.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
So I can see you, and I know there's so many other young folk who are still
In the same.
they're resonating with your story.
True.
Which is my story.
True.
My story is your story.
True.
So what people need to know also, even I hate all the time to refer to the government, but the government, number one thing, needs to protect the musicians' rights. Because in Kenya, we're still down low there. We're still pressed. They're not fighting for our musical rights. They're not fighting for all these bodies to give us, to pay us our royalties, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The moment they make it an industry, then they will understand. They will know, like there's so many millions of other young cats that would love to become the next Michael Jackson, the next Manu Dibango, the next Miriam Makeba, the next Fundi Konde.
True.
But not the next Fundi Konde in terms of being broke.
True.
Because Fundi Konde and all these people that played classic music, they were never paid. They died
Poorly.
poor.
Yeah.
So we had to leave this country to go to the West. You see, Father Kizito is from Italy, but he saw potential, right?
True.
Okay, so we're gonna go on a short break. I see this young man, Mr. Oduor, Nyachienga. He's got a lot of stories, His story is my story. My story is his story. His story is some other young cats or young people's story out there. So when we come back, we're gonna continue after the break. When I say this is Africa, you say what?
Yebo.
When I say this is Afrika, you say what?
Yebo.
Yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. Yeah man, welcome to the African Connection Show. And we're gonna be streaming live from the Culture Hub Studios every Wednesday from 11 to 12 midday East African time on Facebook, on YouTube. We're gonna be live, streaming live. Make sure to check it out. Don't forget, every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 midday East African time, we're gonna be bringing you culture, music. If you have a book or if you have any invention that you want us to or you want to share with the audience, don't forget, send us a message right there on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook, on our Instagram. We are right there. You can look for us or you can Google. And do not forget, I'm gonna be your host, Mr. Juice Jabali Africa. Yeah? When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say Yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say Yebo. We out.
Yesaya mulinde Bakaulonande Yesaya mulinde Bakaulonande Yesaya mulinde Bakaulonande Kayanenywe Achaina masiro Moyo kwanje kuri nenywe Katandiri yale Basese bosi basikoye Sirara Yasaye amulinde Bakaulolande Yasaye amulinde Bakaulolande Yasaye amulinde Bakaulolande Yasaye amulinde Bakaulolande Yesaya mulinde Bakamulolande Yesaya mulinde Bakamulolande Yesaya mulinde Bakamulolande Yesaya mulinde Yebo, when I say this is Afrika, you say what?
Yebo.
Yeah, Mr. Nyachienga. Welcome back to the African Connection. As we always say, you know, if you have a story, this show is all about African excellence. African excellence from music, arts, everything. If you have an invention, if you have anything that you think you can share with the audience, do not shy away from contacting us, you know. Culture Hub Recordings right there on Facebook. Culture Hub Recordings right there on Instagram. Culture Hub Live right there on YouTube. Do not forget to subscribe. Yeah, man. Mr. Nyachienga.
Sema Justo.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Let me take off my cool glasses, you know, so that I can see you, you know. Yeah, man. So, where did we stop? Now, how did you get into professional music?
Okay.
Because
in
right
2005.
There, yeah, you told us the story when you started and all that. I'm guessing you were in high school and primary school.
Yes.
So how did you get into the professional scene? And who inspired you?
Good.
You know. Yeah.
So working with NAFSI enabled me to learn a lot. I want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank Koinonia, Kizito, and NAFSI.
Kizito. Kizito was his real name?
Yes, that is.
It sounds Kenyan. Kizito.
But what is wrong having a Kenyan name as a white?
Yeah, I know. I just want to know, how did the name come to be Kizito?
People are baptized.
Exactly.
But I don't know. But I think people are baptized.
Yeah,
and if you're a padre,
yeah.
I mean, it's.
So that was his African name.
I think maybe calling him and asking the name, that
Yeah.
would be
Is
a
it-
bright way of.
Oh, yeah. Is he still here?
Yes.
Well, next time I think
I will contact him. I will
get in
try.
touch with him. Yeah,
That will be
let
the
him
best
come
way.
here. Let him come to the show.
True.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The show is all about African excellence.
True.
It does not mean if you're white or if you're yellow or whatever color, but as long as you have our interests at heart.
True.
You understand?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for him being Kizito and doing these projects here, I would really like to know what inspired him.
He has contributed so much to
Exactly.
culture, music, and also the diversity where young, humble children and youth can be given a platform. And for this reason, what he's doing has made our own society to be at a better place.
Nice. Yeah, man.
So back to my story. How I managed to go into the professional. When I was in high school, for Form 1, Form 2, and Form 3, I had a very good teacher who knew drama. So I acted for 3 good years because our school didn't have instruments and sort of that for music.
Yeah.
So I decided to divert into acting. And that was one way of sharpening my skills in terms of talking,
That's really
in terms
cool.
of composing myself, and also understanding, because also it's another world. But also important, Reagan, the president of America, was an artist and as an actor.
Yeah, he was an actor. Yeah.
So having another actor in Africa,
Another
as
Reagan.
Reagan.
Another Reagan. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm telling you.
So
Your story is my story.
true.
Yeah,
And
go
you
ahead,
know,
man.
So the 3 years that I acted gave me an ambience of understanding if I want to approach art as a career, what can I do?
Yeah.
Understanding music as a content and also understanding acting as a career on both theater performance, open theater and closed theater performance.
Because we did theater too.
True.
Do you know Jabali Africa did theater?
Yeah?
We started at the National Theater.
Yes.
We were dancers.
I have a bio. I know everything.
I see. Yeah,
I'm
man.
not green.
You're not green. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I like, I feel good when somebody has followed my footsteps.
True.
Because we followed other people's footsteps too.
And that is why it is always very important when you're in the limelight.
Yeah.
Always clean your footpath.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are looking.
Exactly.
Because you are a mentor to them without even you
Knowing. Yeah. Yeah.
So when I managed to reach Form 3, I was not able immediately in the year 2007 to join my the last year of my 4th grade. That is Form 4.
Yeah.
And this was 2 major things which contributed into that. First, because my parents, my mom, my dad passed in the year 2003. And then after that, in the year 2004, when I was doing my KCPE, my mom passed. So in this, it
Sorry
was
about
a
that,
financial
man.
dynamics of
back to back.
yes. How do we resolve all the, because I am the 3rd one.
Yeah.
I still have siblings who are still going and pursuing their education careers.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure you support them.
yes, in one way or another, I do.
Yeah.
So what happened, I decided and I said to myself, right now, I have music. I love music. I want to play music. But our country itself, in 2007, we know the post-election violence.
Oh, yeah, there was post-election violence, yeah.
And all the roads, network, and performances and everything was closed.
Yeah, I remember I went through from Western Kenya.
Yeah.
Drove through Bomet and all those areas coming to, it took us 15 hours.
True. And it is like you're not sure if you will reach the next destination
It was
and
scary.
etc.
I still have videos I was shooting while coming to Nairobi.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So part of the musicians and the network that we had we decided maybe to do music for peace.
Yeah.
And within few months, we were able to go to Sarakasi Dome And there was an initiative which was called Amani, where young artists who wanted to do circus music to go into all the ghetto areas in Nairobi, to bring people together through music and peace and inform people about the importance of the peace
coexistence
and the coexistence.
Yeah, because I remember, for real, in the slum areas, sometimes politics, man. That's why I call it politricks.
Yes.
It's not a good thing.
It is
because
just a messy card.
the collateral damage always goes to the poor people.
True.
And you know, the ghettos, they're densely populated.
True.
So you find like somebody is not even, is not worthy to die for somebody.
True.
Who does not, eventually when they get into office, they don't care about you.
True.
So that was a very important thing that you guys went to, because those areas were, they were like the boiling point during that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then luckily in August, through the initiative that part of leadership of NAFSI decided, and we actually managed to get a trip to go to Norway.
Yeah.
Then that is now where my real career for professional music started. Afterwards, when I came back from Norway, in the year 2009, I went and worked in Tunisia for 1 full year.
Yeah.
In this way, when I came back, I said to myself, what do I want to do next? We as artists, we know Kenyan artists. There was a name which was massive. It was called Chata. Unaenda Chata?
Chata, yeah. Nenda maju.
Nenda maju.
Mayolo. Papa inimeza.
So I reflected and I said, if I want to make myself, not to see myself as only an artist. I want to see myself as a brand. I want to see myself as a company. I want to see myself as a philanthropist in the community. And as a music teacher, what do I need to do? I had to study online to understand all the nitty-gritties of being an artist.
Wow.
And also to understand what other artists who have been before me have done wrong and have done right.
Yeah.
So that I should not go into that direction.
Yeah. Exactly. Man, this guy, Oduor, why are you telling me my story?
Because your story is my story.
Because that's exactly what we did. We didn't want to we wanted to get things right. But you see, we had to leave the country because people were responding. We were the first guys to fill up a venue on Kenyatta Avenue, playing local music. Locally here.
I saw this.
African heritage.
Yes, yeah.
Then there was a star search that happened at the carnival.
Yeah.
We were number one. Throughout, number one. Then there's something that happened. Then we used to work with the Alliance Française. There's 3 venues that inspired us. National Theatre, African Heritage. No, Alliance Française, we used to just do shows there. But our credit goes to African Heritage.
Which
that's where
was before in Westland?
There was, no, it was on Kenyatta Avenue. Then it came on Mombasa Road. And now we have the mansion right here next door.
Nice.
It's not far from here. That is our African Heritage House where Alan Donovan was buried.
Nice.
So
I would want to visit that.
Yeah, I'll take you there, man.
Nice. Thank you.
Anytime, bro.
Thank you.
It's right there.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
I'll take you there.
Nice.
Yeah. So
So first, I decided to establish my own company, enterprise.
Yeah, you set up your own company.
Yes. A solo proprietor company.
What does it deal with? Artists?
Art, making instruments because I build drums.
Nice.
Teaching, developing performances.
Yeah.
Both in schools, normal gigs, wedding, all the ceremonies and stuff.
That's really nice, man.
Last but not least, internal and external exchange program.
Yeah.
For education and also bringing the different ways of how music has developed from other countries.
Yes.
Because we have to understand there are people involved. I always don't want to say that the government has failed us. We also, as people, we have failed ourselves. Because you don't tell me you choose a leader 10 years, he does the same thing, and you still have the same card that after 5 years you're going for an election, you still have a right, Constitution gives you a right. Why not decide and say we don't have the best leaders? What is wrong? Because I always ask myself, instead of going for an election, why not saying we don't have the right leaders? Because there is an evaluation you have done for the entire 5 to 10 years, you evaluated and see.
And you've seen this guy, actually 5 years, we see that this guy is incompetent. So you see like the same people electing the same folk.
Then I ask myself several questions in this. Is it that without having politicians playing the central role, a country can never progress?
We actually employ them. But
That's the point.
You see corruption sometimes is costly. So that's the price of corruption. They find like you cannot excel because sometimes you elect the wrong people to come into office and they don't look at your affairs. They only look at themselves. You know?
Good.
Yeah.
So in this case, after developing my company, I went out.
Developing your company.
Yes.
We are going to be right back with Mr. Oduor. I like that name, man. I like that name there's authority in that name, bro. I love that name. You know, when I say this is Afrika, you say what?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, we're going to be right back with Mr. Oduor. Pete, pete,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
pete, pete,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
osi peridi,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
mo frechendo,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
mo frechendo,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
Señor,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
Señor,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
pete, pete,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
pete, pete,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
pete, pete,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
mo frechendo,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
osi peridi,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
iminza,
Senyua ndendende, senyua.
o Señor,
Senyua.
Señor,
Senyua ndendende,
Señor. Man, Mr. Oduor, why are you taking me back to the early days of Jabali, Africa?
It is the place you belong.
These songs that you're requesting, you know, this song actually is a kid's song. It's a kid's song. By the way, for those who are watching, you know, do not forget today is the last day of the FYCs. We got a Grammy. We just submitted for the Grammys. Kings and Queens, if you're a voter and you're watching these, do not forget to go check it out. FYC Jabali Africa. Yeah, you can check it out on jabaliafrica.net since we played that song. This song is a kid's song.
What does it mean?
It means it's the eagle
The bird.
flying,
Aha.
flying, pate, pate, flapping the wings.
Aha.
So the kids are like, you know, singing the way the bird flies. It's in Ghanaian. The way this song came about, we did a workshop with a friend of ours. He was a diplomat here. He came to Kenya. Actually, this guy, his name was Akua Harrison. I think he went to Canada. I remember we met his son that was in Nairobi, and we met his son in Toronto.
Yeah.
And now he's retired, he's back in Ghana.
The father or the son?
The father. So we used to play, what do you call this? We used to play Zilizopendwa when Jabali started. But he told us, no, I don't want to play those. Some of this music is touristic. And we started doing original Jabali music.
Your roots.
So this is part of the music that we exchange. Every Jabali album, it has a story.
Nice.
Every Jabali Africa album has a story.
Nice.
So Peter and me, for you coming here and telling me, play that Senyua. Man, you've done some forensics. The last time we played this song was a long time ago. So it's in the album that one of the songs, Ahadi, Mtoto Mzuri, was nominated for a Grammy.
True.
Together with All One Tribe.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
so yeah, it makes me feel good.
True, true.
There's a lot of people listening.
True.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So coming back,
Yeah.
your company.
So I started Mtafsiri Africa. That is the name of my sole proprietor company.
Yeah.
And my vision was to look at how could I support underprivileged young youths and children who have the talent, because I was lucky.
Yeah.
My parents passed away. I had a roof to live, and that is something that I don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
And we were offered a space to rehearse, to do my stuff. So I thought, how can I also contribute and give back to the community?
That's very impressive, man. Because space is a challenge.
It is up to date that we are talking,
Yeah.
getting a space and getting a good facilitating teacher.
Yeah.
It is really, really a problem.
Yeah, I remember we used to carry our drums in matatus
Yeah.
and Kenya bus. We used to rehearse in Dandora. because we used to do the timing. From Dandora,
Yeah.
we go to Karaoke, and then we go to the National Theatre. You see that? We used to do that 3-4 times a week.
A week, yeah.
We go to Dandora,
Yeah.
we come to Karaoke in the afternoon, Dandora in the morning, after doing dance, because we were doing dance, and then Karaoke, music, Jabali,
Jabali.
and then National Theatre, dance and music. You see?
Yeah.
See that dedication?
True. It
Carrying
is.
the drums in public transportation. Tell the kid of today to do that, you will see.
But I think also it's the model of training and also the model of how things always evolve.
Yeah,
That some of the things that you passed as justo,
yeah.
for me, I found solution of how to do them better.
Yeah.
Because time is significant.
Yeah, you evolve. Yeah.
And it evolves.
Yeah.
But also I have been part of your journey because for me, I used to train 4 times. And
Yeah.
one of the factors when I started my company, the first thing I invested
Yeah.
is my own instrument
Wow.
and bike.
You bought your own instruments.
I bought my own instrument, then
You-
later.
You just reminded me again.
Yeah.
When we formed Jabali after we got fired from the Kenyan National Theatre, the first gig that we got, we bought costumes and instruments.
Bisusu!
Bisusu!
Very important.
Bisusu. So we used to have a lot of Bisusus.
True.
And you see, the same Bisusu is what we went on the red carpet in Las Vegas during the Grammys.
Nice.
Those people who run away from Bisusus,
Yeah.
I want to tell you, Bisusu is so powerful.
It is part.
It's so mighty
Yeah.
that everybody loves Bisusu.
It is true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You have to be yourself first.
Yeah.
You have to believe in yourself first
True.
before
Yeah.
anything else.
True.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So then, after having my instrument and also having my bike, so I knew my means of transport. I will never.
Man, this is a movie, man. These directors, man. Hey, man, bro, behind the scenes, that's a story. That's a script, man. You work on that.
I say to myself, I will be rehearsing during the day.
Yeah.
Then in the evening, I started now a program through Tafsiri to train young people because I had a chance, a hall and a space in Kivuli Center, which is part of Kizito, courtesy of Kizito.
Man, let me tell you one thing, man. Nothing is given. You have to earn it.
True.
Your energy is what's going to bounce back, and somebody's going to see that potential. You can imagine, even us guys in the neighborhoods, in Eastlands.
True.
On top of that, doing the practice. I used to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, you're exhausted, but you still have the energy to go practice. It's not a joke, bro.
True.
You know, growing up in Eastlands those days, we used to be sober-minded. A lot of people were in sports and music.
True, true. I think also one of the good things in Eastland compared to Dagoretti area in Satellite is about, there was also the culture of if you're as a team,
Man.
you have an objective.
Yes, yes. Look, let me cut you short a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, Eastlands brought glory in this country.
Precise. I
From
know.
FC
Yeah,
Leopards.
yes, yes.
Gor Mahia,
Yeah.
the biggest 2 teams.
Yeah.
Football started in Eastlands.
True.
To music, Jabali Afrika. Eastlands.
True.
To Wangila Napunyi. He brought the first gold in Africa. You know what I mean?
True.
Wangila Napunyi in the Olympics. He brought the first gold medal from the Olympics. He was from where? Eastlands.
Eastlands. So I think there is a potential and a reason where some things always goes to where it started. Because there is a blessing of Eastland itself, seeing that there is opportunity in talent and the community, regardless of the little they had,
Yes.
giving that chance. Because I know if you compare Eastlands
Yeah.
and if you compare Dagoretti,
Yeah.
if you compare the social halls,
I was about to come there. You know why Eastlands was excelling? It was because they had all these facilities in place. We had, actually, if you look at Eastlands, especially Jericho, Maringo, Kaloleni, all these areas had a social hall and a football pitch. Not like today, they've looted all these places.
Yeah.
You see, like there used to be a social hall. Jericho used to have two. The Jericho down, there used to be a social hall. And the Jericho on the other side, it used to have another social hall.
True.
Mbotela used to have a social hall.
Yeah.
All these social halls had boxing.
Yeah.
They had football.
Yeah.
If you look at it even today, the way the setup is, right now they have a basketball pitch right now, right?
Yeah.
That is nurturing basketball.
Yeah.
And I even saw it aired on NBA.
Nice.
NBA the other day.
Nice.
And what else? All these, you see all these facilities, they make things easier for the young cats.
And I think also the reason why that came into place is because there is a central role when a country has good leadership.
Yes.
With a good mentality, with a good planning.
Yeah.
Eastland, to some extent, had a very good planning.
Oh, man.
Because you can't, we are living in the same base.
Yeah.
It's only that Eastland and coming to Dagoretti, satellite and etc.
Yeah.
The planning is the same, you know.
Yeah,
the only thing, it's about the implementation.
Yes, yes.
So Eastland, the facility which were there was contributed because of having good civil mindset.
Yes.
What do we see in the next 10 years from our own young people and the potential that they have.
Wow, yeah.
So back to my story, having my bike, deciding to train from Sarakasi, go down center where they, not the new dome.
Yeah.
The
one
old,
which, there used to be another one.
Yeah, the go down.
Oh, go down. Yeah, there used to be at the go
Yes.
down. Then they went to the other. Was it Sun City Cinema or Shan?
Yes,
Shan Cinema.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all these spaces that I am mentioning because they have contributed to my life.
Yeah.
And after that, I decided now I will go back to Madare A2, where there is a social hall.
Yeah, Madare. Yeah, there's one, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
So I also trained with some of the
I think I went there
groups.
once.
Yes.
I went there once. There was a competition going on there.
Yeah.
And I think we were part of
The
the judges.
city council.
Yeah, I came there. I came there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came to that hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and also combining it with the National Theatre.
Yeah.
So I used to train in all those three places basically.
Yeah.
Because in Dagoretti, we didn't have a social hall.
Yeah.
And also the mentality towards culture, arts, and
arts
music was different.
Yeah, even till today, there's a little bit of improvement. But
I will not say so. I have not seen.
Yeah, we have to. It has to be.
I have
you
not
know,
seen.
Yeah,
I have not seen it. Because for sure, we have, I know Dagoretti currently has an
So you're telling me I'm going to go back to the government. I'm going to go back there because definitely there's some taxpayers' money that they need to do this because this music is supposed to be in the syllabus of the schools.
True.
In our schools, they're not being taught music. And I don't know if they go deeper because you can't just say we want to groom the next lawyers, the next judges, the next what. We need to have some inventors.
True.
We need to have some people who can champion for the
culture.
arts.
True.
Culture is very important because now our culture is getting transported to go abroad because I understand you're based in Sweden.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
What you're contributing in Sweden is a good thing, but we would also like our people to benefit from that.
Yes, and
so I'm going to go back to the government, building these structures, putting these structures in place. Even private sectors, if they're seeing any potential in the arts, you can't go wrong with the arts.
True.
The arts, it tells our stories.
Yeah.
It tells our stories, especially authentic Kenyan arts.
Yeah, that is. I do agree with you to some extent. We have been failed by different regimes coming in and out. And choosing people who are good in giving promises, but not fulfilling.
Yeah, man. Hey, when I say this is Afrika, you say what? Yebo.
Yebo.
We're going to go on a short break. And when we come back, we're going to finish with what Mr. Oduor is doing out there. You've heard it. You've heard it. Yeah, man. You've heard it. Yeah, man.
Nimepanda milima,
Heard it.
ona mabonde. Nimepanda milima, kaogelea kwenye mito na bahari. Kwenye mito na bahari. Nimekutana wingi kwenye nyuso zinazong'aa, kwenye meno nimekutana wingi, kwenye macho kolori, kwenye mwanya mdomoni.
Yebo, yebo, yebo. Welcome back, Mr. Oduor.
Thank you.
Man, this man is heavy. He's a young man doing great things out there. He's now based in Sweden. He's spreading the music, Kenyan music, African music. He's telling our stories out there. You know, big up, bro. Yeah. So you're based in Sweden, bro.
Yeah.
So what are your plans, your future plans, and what are you doing in Sweden right now?
Okay, so right now I have 2 careers.
Yeah.
Actually, basically 3 careers. One of them is music. The second one is I am part of an association which we started because Mtafsiri, before I deciding to go to Sweden, I had to establish a base.
Yeah.
I organized and also established Mtafsiri Africa as an organization, as a CBO.
Yeah.
We have a CBO which we are operating in Hong Kong,
Hong
which
Kong,
also gives platform for young people, for cultural exchange.
That's
and
beautiful, you
music.
see?
Yeah.
So you're giving back to the community.
True.
Now.
So
the community needs to support you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then now we have an association also in Sweden, in Malmö.
Yeah.
We are doing the same. We are cross-culturing and also trying to find musicians and also people who have changed the society in different ways through culture and art.
Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then I have studied social work and community development and project management.
Yeah.
So part of my work basically is to try and give education or technical skills to communities, organization, and youth, companies who basically want to understand how they have to make things in order in regards to do with developing an organization structure, from management to leadership to doing the stuff in the community.
You know, you're doing more than an MCA here.
I don't know that.
I know that. I'm saying that. That is leadership. Yeah. That is leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And what has brought me back right now from Sweden? I am here just for 8 weeks.
Yeah, man.
And my focus is to meet people like you.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Because we have one thing.
Yeah.
There is an orange economy, which is part of culture and arts, which I want as collective, as artists, who have been having the syndrome of pointing the finger. Now, the finger which is also pointing us, we have to do something.
Yeah, we need to walk the talk. Walk the talk, yeah.
So that things can also open up for a space, for a better opportunity, not only for us today, but also for the future generation which is coming. Because we are seeing the future generation, which young children right now, I have my nieces. If you tell them anything about creativity, they are so much curious.
Yeah.
They love asking me, why do you love music?
Yeah.
Regardless of how much I will tell them, they want to understand. And in understanding, they can choose their career and path in the right way.
Yes, it's called nurturing.
True.
Man, what would you advise a young man out there? Because it seems like we're going to bring you again because you got a lot going on and we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
But I will request the director, we can extend another 5 minutes because this is very important. What message can you give to the young cat and other artists who are watching? Tell them in Swahili and in English.
Okay. Vijana
Wa mtaani.
wa mtaani. Siku hizi nasikia mboka. ni ile inakaa haraka haraka, tukule tukiendanga. Lakini mimi niko na miaka 35 sai. Kwa hizo miaka 35, kuanzia miaka yangu ya kinde hadi sai, bado nanacha ile kitu nataka kukua.
Yeah, man.
Na grind sio rahisi. Patana na kikundi ambayo kuna inspiration na kuna discipline fulani.
Yeah.
Ambayo itakuweka ukue in the wrong side.
Yeah, no,
kwa sababu hiyo ni njia moja ya waste time yako.
Yeah,
idhaa yako ni muhimu kwa saa zile umepatiwa hiyo oxygen.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu ikikatika, imekatika na tunasema luere luere luere. So saa zile uko na hiyo idhaa, fanya kitu ya maana. Sisi watu kama wakina Justo, Facebook, nilimreach on Facebook, sijawahi patana naye, lakini niko na album, niko na information ya Jabali.
Muone nasoma message zangu.
Ndio hiyo.
So tuma message hapo mara moja.
Vitu muhimu, nitumie message, niko on Facebook Reagan oduor Nyachienga. Kama unataka information, vile unataka kujihusisha na art, because ni scale kubwa. Art iko na vitu mingi sana, sio kucheza muziki peke yake. Kuna segment tu ya kutengeneza hizi vitu, hata usiki na kuenda kwa stage.
Yeah.
Kuna mtu ametengeneza hii studio inakaa hivi.
Yeah.
Hiyo ni art. Kuna wale wa musician wanatuma hizo muziki zao zinaenda wapi? Spotify, YouTube. Hiyo ni orange economy.
Yeah.
So vijana, tukae rada, kwa sababu nimesikia hii ni digital era. Ile do una waste mbaula ya kaveve.
Yeah.
Chukua hiyo mbaula, ingia YouTube, andika zile vitu unataka kujua, weka notebook yako, kwa sababu shule imekuja sahi kwa mtandao. Hivyo tu ndio naweza waambia, na tunashukuru sana. Till next time, nimesema asante sana.
Big up bro. Oduor Nyachienga. Wacha tumalizie, wacha nivae miwani yangu ya maana. Yes, swag lazima, kwani iko nini? So, Maze, that message, I think whoever is going to see this, because we're going to still stream it. Right now it's streaming live on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring you back here. Because we still, you got a lot of things that these young cats need to know.
Even the old cats.
Even the older cats.
They are responsible for what happened.
Yeah, they need to get their act right.
True. Everyone is inclusive.
There's a song that says, even the youth can teach you wisdom.
True.
Don't give up, your day will come. Hey. When I say this is Afrika, you say what?
Yebo.
When I say this is Africa, you say what?
Yebo.
Until next time, this is Mr. Oduor Nyachienga. He's heavy. See you later. Pa! We out! The African connection. The African